The holidays are fast approaching, and you know what that means. There are a lot of upcoming games that you may want to play. Even if you're not into the holiday spirit, you little Grinch, these games can be something that you can get into. It's not like all the games are based on holidays anyways. Here at the Game Mag, we'll be providing the top 5 upcoming games to play this fall of 2021. These games have announced release dates, but just bear in mind something may happen that can cause a delay. COVID! So just remember that, and let's get into it. Number 5. Halo Infinite. To start off this list, we have Halo Infinite, which will be coming out on December 8th, 2021. It's so fascinating to think that the Halo series has been around for over 20 years. Master Chief comes back for the 3rd game in the Reclaimer saga. To give you a summary, the original saga, or first Halo trilogy, was 1 to 3. The Reclaimer saga starts off with Halo 4, followed by Halo 5 Guardians, and then Halo Infinite. This doesn't even include the other games like Halo Reach, but we're getting sidetracked now. It's a Halo game, so expect the usual gameplay elements in this. The game has an epic campaign, as it is called, and you can play it on your own as any single-player campaign can be played. If you're the competitive type, then the multiplayer aspect of the game is for you. That's what Halo excels in aside from the great story, which is the competitive and well-made multiplayer aspect. There are 2 modes, and the first one is the traditional arena mode, where you have 2 teams of players shooting it out to see which team wins after the round. The big team battle allows you to pit your skills against a lot of players, hence the word big. Finally, if customization is your thing, you can customize your Spartan to how you want them to look. You can obtain parts and pieces of cosmetics by doing the single-player campaign or participating in multiplayer skirmishes. Master Chief is here to stay, and he might be back on our list in the next 20 years. Well, that is, if YouTube lasts that long, who knows? Number 4. Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, before you groan with this next title, the Guardians of the Galaxy game is not made by the same team that made the Avengers. While Guardians is also Square Enix, it is made by Eidos Montreal. So this game has the potential to be great. The game is slated to release on the 26th of October for PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Switch as well, but it's not an exclusive obviously. In typical Guardians fashion, this game is filled with a lot of banter and dialogue. A lot of the dialogue may not mean much, but that's what makes this game interesting, which is the character interaction. Just bear in mind that these Guardians are not the same ones from the MCU, so don't be surprised if some of their designs are different. The story as well is your typical Guardian setting. Apparently the Guardians need money, so they decide to sell Rocket or Groot to make some money. Due to some unfortunate circumstances, some things happen and the galaxy is on the brink of chaos. That's where you come in to help save the day once again. The gameplay is a third-person action game where you control Star-Lord. Unfortunately, you can only control him while the other Guardians are controlled by the AI. You can issue commands to the other Guardians, making them act specifically to how you need them to function. Speaking of the Guardians not being able to shut up, one interesting feature is the Team Huddle. Think of it as a means to buff the team when Star-Lord will have a long-winded speech about something, I don't know, inspirational, whatever. The music will also depend on your Team Huddle strategies. Throughout the game, there will be some decisions that you have to make that will have effects later on in the game. Give Guardians a chance in case you got burned by the Avengers, because it could be good. Number 3. Back 4 Blood. Number 3 on this list is Back 4 Blood, coming in October 12th of this year. It's available for PlayStation and Xbox consoles as well as on PC. Here's a little trivia. The people behind Back 4 Blood are the same people that made the Left 4 Dead games. That's why there's going to be a lot of similarities in both games, since this is tagged as a spiritual successor to the Left 4 Dead games. The story is like any zombie apocalypse movie. However, the enemies in the games aren't really zombies, but some kind of alien parasitic creatures called the Ridden. The general similarities is that you can play with your friends traversing through the campaign against the Ridden. Complete the objectives while staying alive throughout the entire stage. It starts easy, but later on you'll feel the challenge and the fun. The characters in the game are called the Cleaners. There are 8 playable characters, all brimming with their own personalities and gameplay mechanics. You have characters that are faster, deal more damage, proficient at healing, and those that provide team buffs. That's one thing that the Left 4 Dead games didn't have, which is to have characters have varying gameplay mechanics. Another thing not in those games are cards. You can customize your cleaner before you head out by using the cards provided to you. Don't forget about the PvP aspect, where one team plays the Cleaners and the other team has to play the Special Ridden, and make sure that the Cleaners won't make it out of there alive. If you like Left 4 Dead, then you might want to check this one out. Number 2. Forza Horizon 5. The Forza series needs no introduction, and here comes Forza Horizon 5, set to release on November 9th for PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S. Horizon 5 is a racing game first and foremost, and definitely one of the best looking ones out there. Just taking a look at the visuals alone, this game is spectacular. The details on the cars are very spot on, and the environmental effects are very good. Speaking of cars, the models are based on real-life units. If you're a car enthusiast, then you would know what the models are in the game. Then again, you don't have to know each one of them, because some players just want to get what's cool, and that's alright. Aside from just racing your basic courses, the game prides itself on having an open world scene. You've probably seen trailers and footage where cars are being dropped from a plane and running through a volcano. Pick up Forza Horizon 5 if you love playing racing games that look cool and play very well. Number 1. Call of Duty Vanguard. The number 1 game is taken by Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, we know what you're thinking. You're probably rolling your eyes because it's a COD game. They come out with a new one every single year. Why is this one so special? Well, that's just how good the COD series is, despite not hitting a home run all the time with all their games. Vanguard will be out on November 5th, releasing for all PlayStation and Xbox consoles as well as PC. This game is the 18th one released in the series, so you have an idea how long the series has been going on. If you ask some people, too long. If you ask others, not long enough. Vanguard will be set in the Second World War, and will have no correlation to the other COD games set in that era. The single-player campaign is always there, incorporating a lot of the mechanics from past games, such as being able to mount wielded weapons and perform takedowns. While the story is somewhat kept under wraps, you play through it like any of the past COD games. Then, the multiplayer aspect is always there, which is the bread and butter of the COD series. You have a ton of maps to choose from, which also incorporates past multiplayer mechanics. One new mechanic introduced in Vanguard is the caliber system. This system allows players to destroy and interact with some of the environments. Finally, don't forget about the zombies, which is a COD tradition in some of its games. You may or may not like Call of Duty, but this game will have a certain charm to it, and once the holidays roll in, people will be playing it with friends and against other people online. These are the 5 games that you would want to play this coming fall of 2021. Did you like any or all the games on the list? Did you have any games that are not on this list? For more videos on everything gaming, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more on the Game Mag.